Hello and welcome back to Railroute Cooperative Mode with myself and Exia. Thank you very much for joining us in today's video. And as you can see, not much really seems to have changed on the surface of this particular map, but Exia has been busy upgrading tracks. I have been busy accepting new contracts. We've been trying to get a bit more money, because despite the fact that I had over 400,000 when we started this less than 2 hours ago, we've been running out of money quite often. And in fact, I've asked Exia to stop spending money for a moment, just because Exia, you've got a train stopped on the intercity on the just to stop spending money, simply because we have unlocked tier 3, and that means routing sensors, which is a really big thing, which is also probably really expensive. So that is what we're going to be looking at today. A lot of this is going to start taking shape, depending on how fast we can make our money, and we should start seeing routes going from my south bit of track to Exia's north bit of track, hopefully. So make sure you stay tuned, and let's get started. So here are the tier 3 bits, and you'll probably notice I do not have enough green experience points to get everything in tier 3, despite the fact this has been running for quite some time. And this is something that does happen, because as your network gets more advanced, things cost a lot more to get running. But there are a couple of things that we have that I am going to unlock. First off is going to be the routing sensor. So I'll show you how the routing sensor works. This is a very important one, especially for this section of track, but also for this section of track, because I'm going to try and connect Tamagawa and Yukigaya and all of that up to this area here, where I'm going to have to be careful because Exia is running a lot of intercities so that trains can go over to Shibuya. So that is one. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. The second thing that we probably should be getting is actually unlimited stations. How many more stations can we buy? Can we buy any more stations?
I'm
just going to try and buy a couple of platforms. Let's buy that one. I just want to see what it lets me buy. Shibuya, we're fine. We've got that. You. I think I've bought all the stations. Okay, so on this particular map, that one is not needed. So unlimited stations is not needed because this one probably allowed 12 stations, and there are only 12 stations on this map. So no point me getting that, but obviously if you had filled up your 12 stations, it might be worth it. You do not need to. Faster switches, probably a good idea, but not just yet, because a lot of our tracks are running at between 80 and 120 when we do not have the really fast stuff, and if it crosses at 80, that is still fine. Structural Contracts Manager. This is interesting because this allows us to reject contracts automatically. So we get to pick exactly what kind of contracts we want. That is the types of trains, and then this one is the minimum reward for the trains. I'm not going to worry about that just yet, but I am going to put in even more contract offers, because that allows 4 per conductor's office, as opposed to the 2. So it just gives us a few more options as we are building up our tracks. Everything else I'm going to leave for now. As I said, tier 3 will take a while to go through. In fact, I suppose I might as well get faster switches. Exia, what would you like? Faster switches or corridor tracks? Even though we don't really have the money to spend on corridor tracks. probably faster switches. Corridor tracks are the really expensive tracks.
Yeah. Structural contracts.
Oh, you want to get structural contracts? Okay, let's go ahead and get some structural contracts. Let's have a look. I wanted to keep all 3 of these for a separate episode, but it will... I guess we'll do. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at these. In fact, if we do that, why not just get both? There we go. What's regional contracts? Is that for regional trains, I assume?
Probably. Yes.
Yes,
One
okay.
large
Well,
regional section of automated contracts.
Yeah, since we do not have regional trains at the moment, that's a red tier thing. We'll work that later. We're just going to work on structural and financial contracts. So, how do we access that bit? Well, we go over to, not the main menu, that was a stupid move. We go over to the interface configuration. There it is, Automated Contracts Manager. And this is where we look at things. So, structural, green, do we want commuters or intercities? Did we really just pay for that? It just tells us whether we want commuter or intercities. Exia, what have you done here?
I screwed up my...
Let's just stick another signal in. You'd have to redo the relay, just going to point that out once you've stuck that signal in. I'll clear that one. Oh dear. There you go, train should be going through. Okay. Minimum reward. What do we want for our minimum reward? 5,000 minimum? Let's be greedy.
Yeah.
Let's go even more. Let's do 7,000 minimum. Maximum, so we can get the maximum rewards out of these. There's the 7,000, for example. Do you want me to accept that?
Yeah.
Okay. So anything else will now be rejected. So next up, let's have a look at how much that routing sensor costs. Now, we do have these shunting sensors and stuff, but the routing sensor, 25,000 a piece. So this is going to be quite important because I now want to get, for example, Gotanda up and running. Now, Gotanda, I need to connect up right here. If I were to do that prior to this routing sensor, I would have to manually control this sensor here. So what this relay is connected to, that sensor had to be manually controlled to go towards down south or north. I'd say south. Let's just say the south station or the northbound or the northern station. If I were to now replace that sensor with a routing sensor, as I'm about to do, I now have the option or the opportunity for a mere 25,000 to select a route and a station it goes to. Just like a departure sensor, except this is now in the middle of a route. So now I can connect up this bit, for example. How would I want to... Oh, this is going to be difficult. This is a tight setup. Let's try and set this up like this. I might end up doing... Let's do that. Okay. And now I can say that goes there. And that goes there. So now I've got the two options, just like a normal departure sensor, but it allows me to take trains in different ways. This needs to be, I need to clear this out and fix this bit up. So similarly here, I'm going to have to sort out the departure sensor. That one, come on, goes there for that. So the reason I have to reset that is because I've connected this up. I'm going to add a departure sensor to this platform. Even though it's currently unnecessary, I'm going to set it up for that. Now, say it isn't, let's say there's going to be intercities. If there is an intercity train that, let's say, past Yukigaya, then we cannot have it. I think it might still work if you just send it towards Yukigaya, but you might have to say, oh, it's going towards Kamata, for example. It goes this way. So there we go. That is now hopefully set up. It is. And I could have an arrival sensor set up for Gotanda, should I wish to do so. But I'm just going to set up, in fact, no, I am going to set up an arrival sensor. I'll do that. I'm actually going to... Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Because this could be a busy section, I'm going to set this up in a specific manner. Oh, we have no money. No money for that. That's a problem. What's stuck? Oh, that's a slight issue. Okay, that's an issue I need to be wary of. You to that, and you're fine. Okay. Departure, that to there. That's it. Signals. I need relay going there. Good. You that there. And then stick a relay in for... Oh, no money. Eventually I'll have the money.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Anytime now. Fast forward.
Try to fast forward.
There we go.
Fast forward.
Right, you're fine. What did you say?
Have you never seen Spaceballs?
No.
Oh.
Is this another series in which we're going to talk about how I've not seen anything?
No.
Okay.
Because this series is too short for that.
Oh yeah,
We don't
that is
have
true.
enough time for go through your entire list.
That is true.
That's the next series we're doing.
You're going to find a whole bunch of things I have never watched.
Oh, we know.
Okay, now
We
we're going
know.
to get to see this routing sensor in action. So, as opposed to a standard relay sensor, which, as I said, just selects the green signal in front for the next path, the routing sensor decides which way the point is going to be going.
Can I spend 10k or
Yeah, you can spend
relays?
now. Yep, you can spend now.
Okay.
I think I've cleared up in this area. So what are you doing here?
Or I can probably just get rid of these signals.
So this is what I would potentially suggest you now do. I would say that your commuter trains should run into platform, or your commuter trains and intercities should run into platforms 3 and 4 if they're going east. Sorry, if they're going west.
I need to redo like my entire section, the western portion of it.
I think from Futako Tamagawa to Tama Plaza, you're fine. You're just going to need a couple of signals. So what I would do is I would tell them to go in on platform. So you have trains inbound from platform 1 of Tama Plaza, and your outbound will be platform 2. Your inbound or your eastbound in Futako Tamagawa will be platform 1 and 2. Your westbound will be 3 and 4. And then for Shibuya, I think you've got 1 and 2. That's basically it. 1 is eastbound and 2 is westbound. So you've got most of it. Maybe we need to play this at fast forward to try and get the money.
Yes.
I mean, if you want, you can cancel all your commuters and just leave your intercities running. And with my trains running at the bottom, we should be able to build up the money fairly quickly. And then instead of me building anything at the bottom, let's focus on getting this bit up and running properly.
Yeah.
And then I can look at connecting up Tamagawa as well.
If you want to explain, like, I just have these, I just have stuff going the entire way, so
is it just mainly intercities that you've got, or do you have...
I have, like, I think I have, like, 2 commuters.
I guess I can search that.
1 commuter, but they're all going one direction, none the back and forth.
Oh, I see. I see it, yes. So you got... Actually, wait, from to... Hold on. From... Here we go. Yes, I see what you've got. That's... Okay, so that's even better, because that means we can leave those commuter trains running and change the platform on the fly. Because there's no return. What's this signal? Oh, okay, never mind. Alright, let's fast forward and get this up and running. I'll watch this with you, so any trains that are getting stuck, at least we can...
They're just going to get stuck at this area just because I haven't...
Okay. So, in that case, this is what I'm thinking then. So I'm going to start putting some signal in.
You still need to do your relay, go through downstairs.
What have I not done?
Weren't you talking about the your new sensor?
Oh, I've already done it.
Oh, okay.
So if you have a look here, this sensor here from Yukigaya, if you go eastbound, that sensor there, so that's a routing sensor. So that's like the departure sensors, except, it's like a relay sensor that works like a departure sensor from a station. So instead of it just letting the whatever block connect up and say, okay, that's going to go green, it allows you to have diverging blocks, and it knows which route to change the points to.
Oh, phooey.
That's a bit of a faff. All right, well, we'll figure this. We'll figure this one out. So let's use this money to get this sorted. So I'm going to put a sensor here. Sorry, a signal here and a signal there.
I was actually going to extend that these 2 tracks further closer to the station.
Okay, do that then. So extend them to where you want to extend them. You've got the money, and then we'll... Okay, so if you're going to do that, I'm going to put... So I'll put the signal there and there. I'll delete those 2. Why is that not cleared through?
I haven't, that's still on manual. It's...
Okay, let me just dump a relay in that just for... Yeah. There we go. We've got... That will save some time. Okay. So we've got that and that. What speed tracks are you using? These ones. Cool.
120. Yeah.
All right. And upgrade that once and twice. Come on. Oh, it's not possible. Don't have the money for it. Great. I will delete this bit. Okay. So now what we have is more money required. That's what we have. That's what we need. Still going to go 25 times to try and get as much money as possible out of this. Wonder if there's any other things I can set up to help us here. Oh, there's another intercity coming. Let's keep track of these. I'm just going to keep a track of your intercities to see what the speed is through these.
The east end is still like 80 right now.
Okay.
That long stretch is
Yeah,
80.
yeah. This seems that's all right. So far, those were working. It's the commuter trains that wind people up at the moment, or wind the intercities up. Okay, that's looking good. What speed do these commuter trains need to go? 120. Okay, and are these 120 tracks? They are.
From Tama Place to
Futakotamagawa, yeah.
yes.
Okay, so this is what I'm now thinking. We are going to... I can't get this routing done just yet. Do you want to do... Oh, you can't get that top bit done either, so we'll do this bottom bit first. We need to... We'll leave that signal as it is. No, you'll have to sort out your departure. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put a departure signal for you up on... So departure sensors on platforms 3 and 4. And that's going to be both for Tama Plaza. There we go. That's done. So now we've got 3 and 4 for Tama Plaza sorted. When's the next train coming in? From... the next train from Shibuya coming in, yeah.
1857.
57. Ah, yeah, the third one on there. So 10 minutes. Right. We can redo this in 10 minutes. So, what we're going to do is, I hope there's enough money for this. I'm going to pull this one. Good grief, what did that just try and do?
This part.
I'm just going to demolish this bit.
Yeah. Oh, look, more money.
Oh, yeah. Then what I'm going to do is... Is that the right speed?
It's 80.
I'm
trying to keep like a single stretch, like...
Oh, you're trying to keep that 80, right, okay. Got it.
Well, not on purpose for right now until I can, like, upgrade more.
Got it, okay. There we are. And then I'm going to change...
Think of that.
Yep, that's working. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the relay sensor that's in here to an arrival sensor. How am I going to do that? Where's the arrival sensor? There it is. So that is now an arrival sensor for that signal into this station. There we go. So now you can have trains coming in on both platforms 3 and 4, and it will automatically route them in.
Okay.
So that's good. What we could then
I should probably adjust the schedule from...
Yes, so we need to change those. Anything of those going in platforms 3 and 4. I'll tell you what platform would you prefer to have the intercities coming in on? So I had an idea, but I'd need to know your choice of intercity platform.
I really don't have one.
Okay, let's say the intercities come in on platform 4, the commuters come in on platform 3. I'm going to move the intercity signal.
You said intercities are on 4?
4, yeah. I'm going to move this signal back. There we go. That is what I'm going to do. And then we are going to have since this is all, we're going to have a relay sensor there, that one going out there, and we'll have a relay sensor. In fact, let me move this one a little bit further. Nope, doesn't want to do that. Move that there. Do that. Relay center there, going in there. Right, so the intercities, if my theory is correct, the intercities should have priority now. Yep, intercities should have priority. If I've set this up correctly. In theory. Right, we can play when you are ready.
Yep, I believe I got them, at least from Shibuya or going west.
Okay, yep, Shibuya westbound. That is what we have tried to set up. So let's see if that works. Now, we could spend money actually buying some more platforms and things down south. This is what we wanted to do and try and connect it up, but we're not going to do that just yet because just in case we need to do some more adjustments at Futako Tamagawa, then we need to ensure that we have the money to do so. Okay, here comes an intercity. That has worked. It's gone through. Straight through. That worked. And that worked. So the only thing I can think of is perhaps the intercity is... Those two intercities are about a minute too close to each other.
Yeah.
So I think if you push the intercity back 1 minute, that should do the trick. Now, I say this, I have a return route from Shibuya, unfortunately. From Tamagawa to Shibuya, Tamagawa, back to Shibuya. That's something that I've got. In fact, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I don't know if you want me to even attempt this. Because all of them need to go through this auto block. So I don't know how we're going to work that out. So that's what I need to do next. In the meantime, since we've got the money, I'm going to open up all of those. Because that's going to be useful. In fact, I'm going to spend this time actually opening up everything I can. The money is coming in thick and fast for approximately, probably 20 seconds. Let's do that. So once we've done this, we will have unlocked absolutely everything. Okay. That's everything unlocked. Every station is now unlocked. Every auto route is now unlocked. Whatever it's called. What's it called? Not auto route. Auto block. There we go. Is now unlocked. We could now get the faster switches. I suppose that's probably worth getting. We've got the upgrade availability. Way more contract offers. Why not? There we are. And that's good enough. Okay. So, if we want to do this, we're going to have to rework this part, this section here. Because I'm going to show you with some 40k track what I'm probably going to want. So I'm going to need to do this. I'm not going to connect it up just yet because it's going to be really awkward, but do you see what I need to do now that you see that?
Yeah, we need tunnels.
No, I need to connect to that auto block. Tunnels will not help. I need to connect to that auto block to get this to Shibuya.
That is very unfortunate.
It is a bit of a problem.
What is going on over here? Oh, okay.
It's that commuter train getting stuck. Could you push that intercity back 1 minute as well? Whatever intercity that one... Oh, no, you can't. There's another intercity right behind it.
Yeah.
You could push that one back a minute. Oh, no, you can't. There's another one right behind that.
Domino effect. Or I can just get rid of the commuter.
Or you could just get rid of the commuter. I want to run commuters as well, you see. I've got a lot of trains here that want to go to Shibuya. Like, a lot of trains that want to go to Shibuya. And that's the concern I have. I've even got... even worse is I've got intercities that want to run to Shibuya as well. Yeah.
Well, don't you have... Do they need to go through the auto block?
Yes. They want to go through because they do... So, they do not want to pass through this way for some reason. They do not want to pass through this way. Oh, actually, you say that. Okay, yes, they do. So they do not want to pass this. So if you look at Tamagawa, I've got a whole bunch of them. And they do not want to pass through whatever this station is. However you pronounce this one. Jiyugaoka. That's one they do not want to go through, and that's the issue that we're facing. So yes.
Well, now they will.
What have you done?
I just changed the stations.
You just changed the stations? Well, you just adjusted the route?
Yeah, because you also have auto blocks down here.
So you suggest that I run it through these auto blocks, those auto blocks, and then out there?
Yeah. Well, we don't have these two stations up and running, so it's like I'm giving options here.
Okay, I can certainly try that, and we'll run it out of platforms. Let's try and get every approach and every... I tell you what, should we set up every railway at 40 so we know every approach and what we're planning?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do up here.
Let's do that. Okay, so you do that bit. Let me handle this bit. So I think platforms 1 and 2. So I'll start by doing that. So platforms 1 and 2, I would want to run directly up here. That's 1 and 2 done. 3 and 4, I want them to go down here. This is going to be a good way to end this video in a couple of moments. These auto blocks will... So I want these auto blocks to go here. Okay.
They're turning around. They're not terminating up here, are they?
They're starting in Shibuya, and then they turn around in Tamagawa.
Oh, okay. So then we can do something down here. Got it.
The other thing is that Yukigaya wants to go up to Shibuya as well via Tamagawa, so I need to do like tracks around here. There is a lot over here. Let me sort out Meguro's connection first. Meguro should be easy.
Looking at the person that made this, it makes sense why he used tunnels.
I'll be honest, I don't think...
Yeah, tunnels in, let's see here.
I can see a couple of places where tunnels would be useful here. I can say that
He
much.
has tunnels actually in here.
Yeah, there I can see it. I can definitely
Here.
yes, I can definitely see tunnels needed there.
There.
I don't think we need tunnels there.
Tunnel here,
Nor
and then
there.
he had tunnel up here. Actually, I'll just send this to you.
You're cheating.
Hmm.
No,
because like some of these areas, like because we're the northwest, he has like two stub tracks out of fucking Tower. Good Tower.
Which Hutako Tamagawa?
Yeah, no, he has 2 and 3 going west leads to 2 stub tracks after a slew of switches.
Okay, you'll have to explain to me what a stub track is.
A stub track is track with a bumper at the end of it, and then track.
Right. Okay. All right. So
It's a stub.
right. So I think we call it sidings over here.
A siding for us is.
Actually, I guess a siding would not necessarily have a buffer.
I can just like.
And also, did you say you call them bumpers?
Yeah.
Cool. I never knew that. We call them buffers.
That's a siding.
Where have you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a siding. So we could have a. Yeah, I don't think we call them a stub. We do have a name for it, but it's not a stub.
And
I understand what you mean. Yeah,
at the end would be like a stub track.
Yeah.
Or
So
like
there'd be
track.
buffers. Yeah. So buffers at the end of that.
Yes.
Got it. I'm learning about American railway terms. Ooh, this could be an interesting one. Okay, Musashi Kosugi is going to be interesting. Because I'm not sure whether we should do up, down, down.
We have enough points for...
Everything? Not everything yet. We don't need unlimited stations, so I guess we might as well just unlock the corridor tracks. And we'll leave the... I was going to say, yeah, that's fine. In fact, we could probably end up getting the whole tier 3 stuff, even just for the sake of it. This has suddenly become quite a...
Cool.
This has become quite difficult, yeah. So,
no,
here's...
it was quite a pickle.
We are in a pickle. This is what I'm thinking of doing. Yeah, can you move that one? Yeah. So I'm going to connect this up here, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to connect this up here, and I'm going to do that. Right. On top of that, we're going to have... Ooh, no. No. Even better. I could have... Can I have this go down here to the end? Could I connect that like that? Have that go upwards. All right, we'll sort that out in a bit. This is the basics of this section running. We've got all these platforms, so before we end today's video, we need to come up with a plan of what platforms are going to go where. We know how Futako Tamagawas are working. They are not problems. The first 2 up here at Shibuya, not a problem. Do you want to increase the speed of these, by the way?
I guess I could.
I can do that. There you go, because I'm already in that menu. Just bringing that up to 80. Sorry, I was just bringing the stations up to 80.
I forgot I didn't put the stations up to 80.
So, we've got... Okay. Anything that comes out of Kamata is going to be platforms 5 and 6, if it is going in this direction. If it needs to go here. So anything that needs to go out here, or into here or Yukigaya, is 5 and 6. If we're going to the central stations... So whatever this pink station is, again, I'm not going to pronounce that or try and pronounce that again because I have no idea how that's pronounced. 3 and 4. So if I do, let's say, that, oops, roughly. Oh, but what if that then needs to go to Shibuya? Blast. All right, Exia, time for you to make an executive decision. Do we want up, up, down, down, everywhere? Or do we want to try up, downs in some? So, for example, what's stuck here? Oh, it's those two.
I just have been ignoring those. Like, here's my
It's winding me up,
here.
so I'm going to push it back a minute.
Okay. Like, can we force it to go through a station and just go as a pass, or that's not allowed?
I don't think that's possible. Do you want? Should we try? I don't think it allows it through the station. I know what you're thinking, because
three and 4 are 9.
This is the question about. Should we have it that it's connected? So, should we have it that 3 in Tamagawa connects up to 1 and 2, and 4 connects up to 3 and 4?
Oh, that's not one.
Probably the better option, to be honest. Let's do that.
Oh no, it's liking it.
Oh, did it actually not mind it going through?
Yeah, no.
Let's do. How do I do this?
That first one, Shibuya, Tamagawa to Shibuya. It likes it, so.
Okay, so perhaps we can run through stations. I didn't know that.
Yeah, won't see why not. Just because, like, you're just
wrong.
passing through.
That's so wrong.
So that eliminates like a bunch of our brain power.
Until we start filling these stations up as well. Yes. I'm going to upgrade these to auto signals on the sides that we have the exits, so that we know that these are what we've planned as exit sides. So that's which one was? Ooh, how are we doing that? These two are the exits. That's going to need a bit of rework. That's an exit. That's an exit. Okay, bunch of rework that's going to happen. What was that?
29th star, I guess.
There we go. That could potentially work for us. But for now, this is a good time to end today's video. We have things running, but not running quite as... We're not running quite as many things as we possibly could. This is where Railroute gets quite complicated, because it takes a lot of thought, a lot of planning. We've got to try out various different things. We've got the money for it now. It's just a matter of testing out the routes. It may be a case of deleting or getting rid of a whole bunch of trains and resetting a number of routes, apart from the intercities at the top, just to see how various different things work. So that might be something we do, but that will have to happen in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Railroute. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting us know what you think, and any suggestions you might have. Maybe what routes do you think we could run? What should we try and connect? And even in this area, should we do up, up, down, down, or up, down, or how should we try and do that? I have a few ideas, but it's going to take some time to work out. Hopefully by the next episode, I will have worked those out and run them by Exia and got Exia's opinions and try out what Exia has to say and try those various different things out and see what we can come up with. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon, link in the description box below, as are links to my social media and Discord server. That is all from myself and Exia. And we'll see you next time in Rail Route.